Alright, so instead of working on panels, I've decided that I'm going to solo record my attempt at the new stealth Payday 2 mission, Shadow Raid. As you can see from the mask that my character is wearing, I've already completed this mission before and gotten the special challenge, which is opening the vault. I'm probably not going to bother doing that this time, even though I did do it single-handedly the last time. That comes down to just serendipity and luck of the draw. To really get that, you need 2 people. I'm antisocial. It is a free weekend for Payday 2 today, so you can play this game free of charge. 67% off. I've spent hundreds of hours in it, so maybe I'm biased, but it's definitely a great game, despite the efforts of the developers to make it not be a great game. But the DLC, in a lot of ways, alleviates a lot of my concerns with that. You can hit me up on Twitter at Daryl Surratt if you want more information. As you can see, I have $380 million from my offshore account. This is the higher difficulties that you choose at normal. There's no risk. Payouts this, XP is that. I have no need for experience, but the baseline experience versus Deathwish experience, as you can see, is a whole lot more. The reason there's a negative is just because I've been playing this a few times. But yeah, so what?
This is all about stealth. Gates want you to silently enter the depot. Grab what you can and get out. The important part, do not set off the alarm. If you do, I'm pulling you out. This warehouse is murky water. Their business cards say private security, but they're really just a private army of mercenaries and looters. This warehouse is bonded, and Gage suspects it's full of stuff shipped back from Iraq, Afghanistan, and wherever else those corn-fed crooks flex their muscle.
So down here in the lower left, you can see I've reached the level cap of level 100. This is my spending money, which is $25 million. So I don't need money anymore. This is my loadout. There's no need to really bring good weapons on stealth, but it is a reason why so much of the player base of this game doesn't bother with stealth. My typical gun, as you can see, do you admire my highly off-color nicknames that I've assigned to my guns? Not all Brenner. That's the worst pun on there, you must know. This is my typical gun. As you can see, the damage 43. Here, the gun that I'm going to use for this mission, the damage is 26. Low accuracy, low magazine capacity, and so on and so forth. If you do a mission in stealth, you basically are never going to fire a shot. The problem is that if you fail a mission, then you're left with severely weakened weapons, severely ineffective armor. As you can see, this armor is very low. You can move fast with it, but that's about it. Normally, the armor rating is much higher. There's a higher rating than that. But this mission was designed from the ground up to be done in stealth only. If you're spotted, there's no shooting phase, which I think is unfortunate because the level design of this map, it seems like it would be fun to get into an extended protracted shootout on this map. But I guess maybe the developers are a little upset that everyone after the stealth changes said, you know what, stealth isn't worth it, and just started shooting things up non-stop. It's your own fault, guys. What they should have is maybe a halfway point. Maybe if you have to take these crappy weapons and crappy armor to do stealth, if you get spotted, maybe you should be able to run back to your van and put on a proper set of armor and a proper set of guns and the like. That way, everyone can try stealth, and if it doesn't go well, then it's not the end of the world. You don't have to kill yourself or any of that kind of stuff like people do now, or just ignore stealth altogether. Because a lot of people say, oh, it's boring. Just an idea, guys. These are the mod courier packages, random items in fixed locations throughout the map. Maybe there's, say, 20 spawn points, and depending on the difficulty that you get, up to a maximum about, I think, 10 on Deathwish may spawn any of those points. I don't really need to go and attempt for these, since I have collected all of them, and now have more mods than I'll need. That's a problem that I gladly would encourage people to pay the $1.67 or whatever it is on this free weekend when the game's on sale to get. You will save yourself so much hassle. I remember before this DLC existed, I would play certain low difficulty missions and just grind them for hours just to get mods, just to get weapon mods. Don't do that anymore. Get this thing, collect the packages from playing the game. The rewards you get will be better than anything you'd get from the card system. These are the assets that you buy. This all comes out of your spending money. Extra body bags, an extra bag zip line, another way to get loot out of the depot. It can spawn in one of two places. The tugboat one is the preferred one for me because once you send it over, that's considered loot secured. If it happens to spawn on the adjacent roof, then you send it over and then you still have to go and run the bags a little bit. Body bags are just extra body bags. They revamped stealth so that now you don't have unlimited ones. Additional loot drop-off point, additional random place to store loot. This is usually, I think both of these may spawn. This dumpster is usually in front of a door that's kind of conspicuous. You just sort of drop it off there. This one you just sort of throw it over and it counts as secured. This is usually the one that is a little more helpful. I'm not sure if both of them spawn at once, but thermal paste used to get through sewer gates. This is basically a must-have for this map. I don't see you being able to successfully stealth this mission if you don't have a water bottle full of this thermal paste, which when used burns a hole through these sewer gratings underneath the map. The sewer grates are basically the way you're going to be transporting these bags reliably. There's more than 2 grates to burn through though, and you only have 2 things of thermal paste. So you have to know, alright, I'm going to burn this one, and I'm going to burn this one, and the answer to which ones you want to burn a lot of times depends on which ones of these drop-off points and zip lines you get. But I generally, as a matter of course, always burn the same 2. Last but not least, the most important thing to do when soloing a map, this spotter. They added this in favor of giving everyone the ability to answer 4 pagers, and so they said, okay, well, what do we give the mastermind? Well, as a mastermind class, I am able to buy the spotter, which will just randomly highlight various guards during stealth. It won't highlight all of them, but it'll highlight more than enough, and that's what you need, because if you're playing this game by yourself, you're not really going to be able to spot these people. In fact, even if you're playing in a full team, buy the spotter. I've already gone through my janky weapons. Let's get things started.
Okay, pull over here and get your masks on. There it is. Do your thing, guys. But Gates prefers you to do it quietly. Front gate is dead ahead, but maybe you can find alternative routes.
Going to work.
Alright, let's see what the random number generator gods have in store for us this time.
There's a lot of stuff coming home. Weapons, ammo, and anything the mercury element can liberate. Check Mercury Water's containers.
The cameras like that are the biggest pain, which is why we've got to get to the security room and take out the guy manning the cameras. Unfortunately, it's in the most inconvenient spot on the map and the easiest spot to fail.
If anything has illegal loot, it will be them.
Oh, I've got to go up those steps. Unfortunately, there's lots of people patrolling this. It sucks. There's a guy.
This is the warehouse. You can bet
Guess he was going downstairs. There's gonna be like 2 more guys up here, though, is the problem.
Careful.
That guy. It's a bad place to be
Stay back.
because of that.
Hey! They're gonna bring in the big guns if you kill civilians.
Well, nothing to be done about that, I'm afraid. Problem now is... I would have needed to carry a body out. I can't take him hostage. If they spawn more guards, they'll see him.
I just swatted a fly sitting on the radio.
You can only kill a maximum of 4 of these guards. You can only bag a maximum of 2 before you have to go back for body bags. So, what to do?
Careful.
Don't get seen by that guy for starters.
Stay low and quiet.
I can bag his body. The gun despawns as well. Nothing to be concerned about. Crap.
Keep track, guys. Watch it, guys.
Alright, time to go to work. Nothing in here. Bad luck. Their side is unfortunate.
Haven't seen us.
That guy doesn't move. Not even if I set off the car alarms here. So you'd think, like, oh, if I set off this alarm, set of the alarm, real nice guys.
Got a guard.
You'd think it would divert him, make him walk away. Doesn't do anything. On this difficulty, there's a guard there, is the problem. Gotta walk this edge, that way that guy doesn't see you. Less of a problem when you're not carrying any gear.
Stand by, team. Dark Walker 8 is inbound.
The 5 minute 30 seconds, they spawn in another helicopter. The helicopter either contains
Why isn't that chopper on any flight plans?
more guards on patrol, or a container in the middle. Container in the middle. Always preferable to have that container in the middle rather than 4 extra guards on patrol. That being said, now is the time to run in and get it. Oh, I have no crowbar. Idiot. Getting ahead of myself. Alright, luckily for me, the location of the crowbars is constant. There's always one there that I can easily get.
Gotcha.
Alright. That's a very risky bag to get, that one in the middle. It's possible that I will fail just for trying to get it. It's a very heavy bag, with very good money, but, oh come on.
There's only one
Incredibly
place
large,
Marrakesh.
very conspicuous, and I'm screwed. Don't know who almost saw me, and I don't care. I'm getting out of here. Throw the bag down there for the time being. Well, it's one of the hardest parts. Whoop. You can't spot civilians. That's the biggest problem. You can't point them out or highlight them. Your spotter asset can't do anything to warn you that those guys are coming.
A nice stash of used dinars. Good find.
I was done. I'm doing it now, but only in the sense that I need to do something else kind of quickly. Let's get out here. I'll save this stuff for later.
I hope they weren't giving this marching powder to our boys. Great work. There's always a market for untraceable guns.
Alright.
Vault with simultaneous two-card reader.
Opening
Probably
this
10
one.
seconds time lock. They must be hiding something tasty.
It's lucky there's an artifact in there. The reason I say I'm lucky is because you see how slow you are moving with this thing. Get it to the drop point and call it a day. At some point, there can oftentimes be a guard. What the hell is he almost seeing? The bags. I don't know what he's almost seeing.
Gold bullion. Probably taken from the enemies of freedom.
Alright. I'd better address that. It's the only thing I could foresee is that maybe somebody walked past and almost saw those bodies. This server room is usually a safe spot to dump things. Worst case scenario, I can always grab these bodies and throw them in the water. Or throw them down another sewer. Great. No one's ever going to see that. If I fail because of that, I'll curse on this video and accept my loss. Alright. Opening this vault requires 2 key cards. I'm carrying one. Unfortunately, the only place to get a second one is off of a person. No painting this time. There can sometimes be a box that spawns there that'll contain a painting. It's shaped like a square instead of a rectangle like so many of these other boxes that I'm opening.
Stay back.
I think I'm clear to get to this. Yes, no, maybe.
They haven't seen us.
Okay, oh shit. Very risky. Crouch down to be a little less visible. Problem is, you move even slower. Big liability. The artifacts. Very fortuitous. Alright. Back at it.
Watch it, guys.
This sucks. Sometimes there's a weapon. Out here. Got nothing.
Watch it, guys.
What's he pointing at?
Stay low and quiet.
Alright, I'm gonna take a risk and go down these stairs. Sometimes there's things to get there. Almost definitely there's a guy. Okay, what that means is that people can still patrol down here, but bit of a lucky spawn. Here we go. Really should have brought a flashlight, but adding the flashlight to most of your weapons makes you a little more visible. So I often decide it's not worth the trouble. Okay. There's a
Stay back.
If I can tie one of those guys down and move him somewhere. That'd be the perfect place for me to get my second key card.
Careful.
Once you set one key card in the vault, you only have 10 seconds to put the second one in. It's obviously something meant for co-op play. Get a second player to help you out. Cause not, yeah, okay. They're all overlooking there. Okay. Don't go up there then. Up there is just the roof. From the roof you can get
Guard over here.
access to some other areas. But there are multiple ways in. And that's going to be the problem. It's like if I have to go upstairs to check the server room area, how am I going to get past that guy? There's only two ways to that upstairs area One way is up these steps. The other way is from the roof, which is where I was just going until I saw all those people there. Let's see. Ah, Christ. He's a civilian. Crap.
Down on the ground.
That hostage is going to slow the cops down.
Come on.
Alright, this is awful. This is awful. A hostage is like the most gaudy, conspicuous, like broken visibility thing. The act of seeing these guys walk.
Come with me. Move it.
Like nothing alerts people from further away
Come along now.
in a more BS
Come
fashion
along now.
than that god hostage walking. This walk of shame. But I happen to know that server room is not somewhere where people patrol in. I need to check. Speaking of servers,
Keep track, guys.
there's no way I'm getting through that. Alright. What are my options here? Sometimes a civilian can patrol around here, but often helps to have somebody monitoring these cameras, but of course, yeah, you know what?
Can't wait to see what these shady assholes were hiding on that server.
Well, it's for the best, because there are two possible places for the server, because there's two different server racks. And, crap.
On the ground. On the ground. And stay down. Come along now. Come on, come on. Come with me. Move it. Come along now. Stay down.
They shouldn't see him from there. I'm not going to say that they won't. I've lost count of how many bags I've got. Stupid problem to have, but a problem all the same. One. Two. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Alright. 3 more and I'm done. Unfortunately, I try to get the easiest ones first. With the exception of that artifact in the middle of the yard. That's a tough one to get. Ones that remain are a little more difficult. There are 4 pieces inside that vault if I can get a second key card. Or I can use the existing key card that I have to open any one of these doors. But every time I look in them, I can't for the life of me tell if there's anything to actually pick up in there. There are additional ones up here.
They're everywhere.
Riskier. Don't they all look empty? Actually, that's a shipping crate. So if there's something, I mean, that crate could be empty.
Careful.
But, yeah, that guy's just not moving. Alright. I'm really lucky as far as these patrols. Normally, it's much more difficult. Normally this is a semi-busy area, not that busy. Normally that upstairs area is extremely busy. Alright. Guard.
Watch it, guys. They're everywhere. Stay back.
He's right there. I just am not pointing him out.
We're good.
Okay. A civilian. Safe to tie down. The snow maybe. He's walking away. Good chance a guy like that could have a key card. The thing is, the guys who have the key cards, best I can tell, don't look physically different from the guys who don't have key cards. So this is 10 out of 12. So we had 9 earlier.
Guard.
It's a guard. Shouldn't have stopped to do that. A lot of times, there's guys who are patrolling right here.
Watch it, guys.
Doesn't look like that happened this time. I dodged a bullet. You can see these cameras are unbreakable, and there's cameras looking out here. You have to get that guard first, who was manning the cameras, if you want to even stand a chance at this. There was a bug earlier on where the cameras weren't spawning on the higher difficulty levels. They patched that out immediately. Overkill's good at that. Anything that is remotely beneficial to players,
Watch it, guys.
that gets the day 1 patch. Anything where, makes it harder for us, they leave that in. Even if it blatantly needs to be fixed. For example, one of my favorite, or my preferred heister is Chains, who's the black guy, as it were. He has the funniest lines, but what he doesn't have is a recorded line for when he points out that a sniper is present. This is something that's very useful if you're playing with a team of people. Just for whatever reason, he just points silently, the guy highlights, but he never calls out sniper. Did they not record a line? I highly doubt that. But the same thing is true for another of the heisters, Hoxton. He doesn't have a line recorded for calling out a sniper, and therefore I'm, for now, forced to use guys like Dallas or Wolf. That's an annoying bug that they've never bothered to fix. Okay, so that guy just isn't moving. Unfortunately, that door is the alternate entrance to the side. I bet I can go through there, though. What I'm trying to do is get to the back area. Now, on second thought, it's best to minimize the amount of doors that you pick open, because once a door has been opened, people can start pathing through an open door. They will not open doors of their own accord. Not in stealth, anyway. That would deprive you of the need to pick the lock.
Careful. I see a guard.
When that civilian comes back here, since it looks like so many of the guards are being stationary at the moment, I think I'll just take him hostage. There's a good chance he's got a key card. If he's got a key card, then I open this vault and we're done. Stand here and wait for him. That is very exciting to watch. Although the guards are effectively completely deaf, the act of sprinting does make you more visible than regular walking. Other potential places for items are in the other lockers. I may as well take one of these bags while I'm at it. Oh my god! What in the world?
Get down!
Absolutely ridiculous.
Come on.
Okay, well, that's not the place to sit a guy down. Okay. Well, I didn't know when the exclamation point went off that was... Oh, who's in business? Can I make that in 10 seconds? I'm about to find out. The item I dropped was an ECM. It would prevent people from radioing in the alarm. Alright. $31 minutes even. Can run here, get this. I can't do that in 10 seconds. I guess, what happens? Does the alarm go off and you fail if you don't do this in time? I've made the run in the past when the card was here. But, looking at an extra good few seconds there to round that corner and go back. Let's see if it really is 10 seconds. I'm willing to fail this for the sake of education. Even though I've got this mission pretty much done and won, and I could check this on the wiki, I prefer to fail this way.
Using a key card.
3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. System disabled. Yeah. Well, there's no getting into that vault anymore. But an alarm didn't go off. So, silver lining. If you look this way, this is kind of a way that people who know what they're doing can look in and see what's everything in there. Very risky when the guards are actually patrolling around here like they normally would. But, I guess I just kind of lucked out. Alright, well, I guess we're opening this. Empty. How pissed off would I... Alright. Well, there's only one place left to check, and that's outside in the yard. Which, most people oftentimes start by checking outside in the yard.
Come with me. Move it. Come along now. Stay down, everybody.
Come on.
Come on, come on.
It's like a good spot to hide these people.
Stay down, all of you.
Well, I was confident before that no one would see them, and I was wrong. But, alright, so we're back out here facing the front. There's a guard who's patrolling there. We just don't see him at the moment, but trust me, he is still there.
Keep track, guys. All right. Watch it, guys.
Wait a second. Well, that's not the guard I'm referring to anyway. The guard which I'm referring to is this guy. What do you do to kill this guy when he's...
Stay back.
That guy's not even moving. Perfect.
I see a guard. Nothing going on over here.
Yeah, that's great. Just a minute, please. Sorry about that. You know how protocol is.
I'm pretty confident that no one else patrols up this way. And so I'm just gonna leave that
They
body
haven't seen us.
where it stands. Well, falls. Okay. So, there will almost definitely be another guard over here by the side. That right there is a zip line I could use to secure money. Sometimes a guard's there if that door's open. But, the place where a guard will be, for sure, is right around the corner here.
Got a guard.
See that? Never would have seen him if you didn't know he wasn't already there. How many people have I killed? I think I've killed 3. I killed the server room guy, that guy right there, so that's 2. And I killed the guy patrolling. He's a civilian, though.
Watch it, guys. Hey, buddy.
It's a bad way to do that. To kill them, to shoot them once they're detected. If you're not detected, everyone dies in one shot.
Okay, thanks a lot. I'll see you at the softball game.
That guy would have died in one shot anyway, but those heavier armored guards would not. You can always bag these bodies and then throw them into the water, but anyway, to my point. This is just a slightly cleaner getaway to the back rather than going out through the front. And works out. I can secure this right here, as a matter of fact. I don't need to really go very far. I think I only have one more bag, right? And that one more bag is going to be right out there. You can also secure those bags by throwing them over the fence. There's an open area of the fence.
They're everywhere.
Oh, he's looking straight at me, so I should stop moving. Well, his back's to me, but this game's got some bullshit.
Guard.
Best to just wait for him to walk away before that janky omnidirectional sight does me in. That's everything. There are additional bags. There's probably about 10 more bags to be had on this map. But I spent 40 minutes soloing this. There are certainly better YouTube videos of people who are more capable than I. I wouldn't necessarily have had to kill that guard on the side there. Opening this door would lead to the downstairs area of that winding staircase that we've been dealing with. The rest of this is just going to be moving bags, really. Not very exciting. Start moving everything here. Seven, 8, 9. I think that's 12, right? 9. I'm still a bag short. I've failed soloing this many a time because I've miscounted. Just to say, had enough, thought I didn't have enough, and then tried to go for something I shouldn't have gone for. So even though I believe I only have 11 total, it's possible I double counted a bag. The in-mission timer up at the top is in real time. Lets you know exactly how much of my life I've wasted doing this when I should be getting ready for AnimeNEXT, which is next weekend over in New Jersey. As I record this, it's May 31st, 2014. AnimeNEXT is June 6th through the 8th.
That's the first one, guys. Keep working.
I'm doing panels there that are mostly completed, actually. That's why I'm able to do this. That being said, the one that's not complete is at least partially complete. I've also got articles due, though I've already turned in most of them. Honestly, bringing them all the way back to the truck is the longest and most tedious way to secure the loot. But, especially with these artifacts, and I have more than one. Now there's still containers to open on that side.
One down.
As you can see, one artifact. It's worth a lot. Not like I have any need for money at this point. I've maxed out my level. I don't see the value of infamy, which is this game's equivalent of prestige ranks in games such as Call of Duty. Basically, you restart your level from 0 and do it all over again.
One down.
You can see one artifact is worth over double a money bag. The experience leveling curve in this game, it's exponential, meaning that by the time you're level 75 or so, you're really only 50% of the way to the maximum level, which is level 100. It can take hundreds of hours just to get to level 100 legitimately. And even though it'll go slightly faster once you're at infamy, I don't think it's worth it. Especially now that they've changed
One down.
how you can gain levels. There's now experience penalties for grinding the same level repeatedly. They say to offset that, they and to include incentive to not grind the same levels over and over, they give you bonuses, experience bonuses, if you complete a map in stealth. Unfortunately, the bonus isn't so great as to offset the previous experience penalties that you'd get. Which is to say,
One down.
the disincentive outweighs the incentive. And so, while I do commend them for coming up with ways to prevent people from just speedrunning the same 1 or 2 missions within about 10 minutes, I think the real way they should have fixed that problem would have been to just increase the experience payouts for everything else, to bring them up accordingly.
Loot bag secured.
Not to bring things down effectively, which is the equivalent of what they have done. Okay, are there 3 bags? Yes, there are 3 bags. So you see, I did not count correctly when I said there were 11 bags earlier. Had I made that assessment, which would have been the 3rd time I made that mistaken assessment, I would have tried to go for something in there, gotten caught, and failed the map.
Got a bag. And another.
So yeah, it took almost an hour to not even completely stealth this. I am not a stealth in Payday 2 impresario. I only was able to do it because of, well, pathfinding bugs, really. But I'll take what I can get. I've already gotten the achievement for getting that Oda Nobunaga samurai armor, which unfortunately I can't show you in this video. But screw you.
Got a loot bag.
That'll do for Gage, but you can stay for more.
Well, escape available. They misspelled it. AVAILBLE. You're missing an A, Overkill. Anyway, if you're spotted, you have 60 seconds to get back to the van. Otherwise, you fail. 60 sec. Well, you'll fail if you don't have the minimum loot secured either.
Guard over here.
Alright, so containers. There's one, which you actually have to do some jumping to get to. There's one. So yeah, he got a few more.
Stay low and quiet.
But as you can see, lots of guys patrolling. You really wouldn't want to carry an artifact that far. What you'd instead do, since I bought the alternate drop, is you can take them there, throw them over the fence. Of course, if it's a particularly heavy item, you're never going to make it over the fence with it. Let's call it a day. Goes much, much faster if you've got a team. That being said, you have to have a team that knows what they're doing.
Great work, my friends. Great work.
Ninjas in socks tiptoeing on thick carpet make more noise than you. Expertly done.
Not that high a payout either. Got some new mods, but I've already completed all of these. This is basically the best DLC to get, the Mod Courier DLC. It's because this Payday system, you pick a card and you may get a weapon mod, you may get a mask, you may get a pattern. It's no good. The reason it's no good, in that case I don't mind, it's purely cosmetic, but some of the things you get directly affect your performance.